I don't know. Like, I think everybody knows in general, Jack is generally business friendly. And so, but also on the content creator side, this is just how this is how I'm able to work. And I would like to give modders the same opportunities.
I understand that, but it's sad.
Sure. Sure. I guess it's it's eventually the Wild West had to be tamed, Rich. It's not it's not going to be open and free love forever.
It's time to get out of gaming.
No, it's still the golden age.
Gaming has been more and more consumer unfriendly for like years since DLC. Gaming is becoming more and more openly hostile to gamers.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Fuck, I need to go to camp. Fuck. Where is that camp? There it is.
Gaming used to be, buy our game, we love you! Now it's, buy parts of our game because you have to.
That's not true. That's not true. Ebbs and flows.
You need our permission before you can run that exe file of your game. Check our servers! Check our servers! We want to make sure you bought the game, you lousy consumer. Pirates don't have to do that. They already stole the game.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay, great. Can I add stuff to you?
Rich, what is the most disappointing video game of all time? Do you really have to ask that question, Jack Trigger Joyce?
The most disappointing?
Yeah, I think everybody who's listened to any of our streams, you already know what I think the most disappointing game of all
you should
time
know
is.
what the
And
answer is,
I'm not even gonna bother saying, because you know.
Yeah. If you've ever heard us, you know what the answer is, as far as Rich is concerned. If you've ever, but what if this is their first time listening to us?
They can figure it out. The chat will tell them.
That's true.
The chat will tell them.
The chat will absolutely tell them.
The chat is. The chat knows.
Oh, fuck. I have to click confirm. That's right. Okay, confirm. You're the only weapon I got.
We did not miss a sub. I don't know if you just tuned in, but we got that shit on lockdown now.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. We have a new sub thing where we thanks to Leftover Beefcake again. He made us a special piece of software that keeps track of all of our subscribers, new and old. Okay, great. I have fuel.
What was more disappointing, Mass Effect 3 or the Phantom Menace? Mass Effect 3.
What the fuck?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's my honest answer.
That's a good answer.
Look, no matter what the Phantom Menace did, the original Star Wars trilogy is still good and has a conclusion.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 3 is two games that will always have a shitty ass conclusion, which ruined the whole series. It ruined the trilogy. It ruined 1 and 2. The ending of 3 is so horrible, it retroactively ruins the first 2 games for me. I can't play any of them anymore. It's just too fucking depressing.
That's sad. I'm sorry is that depressing for you, Rich. Oh, Jesus Christ. Some sort of save. Should we try entering a code?
Go for it.
Enter a passcode. 5, 2, 3, 2. Oh my god!
What the
Well,
fuck?
that'll learn me. That'll learn me real good. Alright, we're gonna try to find the blue R99X8X chip. Oh. Privateer. Vehicles are chasing you through the desert. They are attempting to radio you. Radio them. Fuck you. Next time I should just fight them right away.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the fuck indeed. Alright, fight you first, Mr. Missiles.
What video game have you played the most? That's hard to answer because these things come and go in eras. And there was a time when I played nothing but Thief. I played that game a lot back in the day, and I don't play it so much anymore. Every now and then. XCOM, I've got a fuck ton of hours in XCOM.
Yeah.
I've got like a year worth of time in XCOM.
I don't know what that means, but it's probably bad. Oh god, Jesus Christ. Yeah, for me it's probably still TF2. You know, 1,000 hours, whatever I have on Steam now, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Binding of Isaac Rebirth is coming close. Because I play that a fuck ton. Come on, die already. Jesus. GBH Christ.
Richard Jack, what game do you play the most while on the can? You know what? I think you'll probably get an answer to that in the next previously recorded episode. Oddly enough, you will get an answer to that question.
Oddly enough, we talked about that. We talked about that. So, like, one of the things you can upgrade to your cars is handling, which makes them move faster.
Yeah.
And, like, look, they're like landmines.
Oh my god.
Well, listen, I know you're you're like a quarter paying attention, but it's like...
Drive around them. You keep driving into them.
I couldn't turn in time.
Oh, because you don't have good handling.
Because I don't have good handling.
Do you have to be right behind those guys? What if you just move over and stay moved over? You have to be right behind them to shoot.
No, I just need to be in range. But I couldn't move over because the car was there. So.
Okay.
Now I can. Now I can kind of get to the side of them. Yeah, they keep trying to position themselves in front of me.
How is it compared to FTL?
It's different. I like the combat more. The combat is more interesting.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I have to target. I like this combat a lot. It's almost real-time strategy-ish. But yeah, I guess so is FTL, where it's a little real-time strategy, but you have that pause button. But like, there's more moving parts. I'm more engaged in each battle.
Okay.
Than in FTL.
Are there new weapons to find?
Yeah.
Now, or I haven't been paying that much attention. I've been looking at the tech.
Yes, there's new weapons, and I'll show you in the shop, like how you can upgrade stuff. But
visually, it doesn't look as interesting.
Agreed.
But then again, what can you do with a Mad Max setting?
Right.
Everything's supposed to be desert.
Fucking right. I'm just gonna die. Is the nearest camp way back there? Yeah, fuck it. Let's keep going then. See what this is all about. Fuck it!
Jay's Manhole says, Rich, how do I get out of this chicken shit outfit? Just leave.
What outfit?
It's a movie quote.
Oh. From what?
I can't remember. Bill Paxton has said it, I'm pretty sure. Was it Aliens?
No, it could be.
I think it was probably Aliens. Just leave. I mean, this isn't a military. Just log out. You're free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Subscribe to someone else. Subscribe to Twitch Plays Pokemon. Join that army. Join that outfit.
You should. It's great. It's great. All right. Let's see here.
I'm trying to remember when in Aliens he says that. I don't
It's been so long since I've seen Aliens. And for all of the aliens talk we do, I really should watch Aliens again. It has been so long. Like I rewatched Alien for the game review, but
Game over, man. Game over.
Right. Oh, I'm giving you achievements and everything, Rich.
Oh, joy.
Right? Quiet you. Where's it going? This way. It's going this way. Okay. Let's see here.
Richard. Not Rich, but somebody called me Richard.
Oh.
What is the lamest movie you have ever seen?
Lamest?
Lamest. Attack of the Clones. I contend that relative to its budget, Attack of the Clones is the worst movie ever made.
That's not the question. Not worst. Lamest.
It's the same thing. Attack of the Clones.
And see, I'm looking at that from like an embarrassment standpoint. And,
Okay.
And here's what comes to my mind right away for the lamest movie ever made. Spawn.
That's pretty bad.
That's
That's pretty lame.
Lame. Like if you look at like the horrible CG, the costumes, I mean just the plot in general. Embarrassingly 90s, right? Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I think I just entered a boss battle. Oh Jesus Christ, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die like right away. Yeah, so very dead. Nothing but dead.
And I brought this up earlier, but somebody's asking about it again. Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC, if I played it yet.
Yeah.
You know, since I got that free copy for the PlayStation 4, it doesn't seem like there's like... I don't have a pressing need for it.
Right?
It's like I don't need the same game 3 times.
Because you already had it for the PS3.
Yeah, and you know, PlayStation 4 ones, it's a pretty recent version of that game.
Yeah. I'm dead. Dead. Fucking dead. I can't believe I'm still alive. There we go.
What is the most embarrassing movie that you admit you like? The Conan remake. I actually kind of like the Conan remake.
Oh, yeah, you said that before.
Yep.
Okay. That's fine. I think that's fine. What was the question? Most embarrassing movie?
Movie that you enjoy, that you like.
Have I told you about my very real love of Mr. Holland's
Don't make me do a spit take while I'm holding your laptop in my lap. Let me take the sip. Okay.
Have I told you about my very real love of Mr. Holland's Opus? Schmaltzy as all fuck, but it gets me every time. Gets me every single time. So.
I've never seen it, so.
Oh. It's
schmaltzy and not Oscar worthy.
Yes.
Okay.
It is both schmaltzy and not Oscar worthy. It might have been like made for Oscar bait, but it doesn't even come close. Just schmaltz.
Okay.
Great. I love schmaltz. In general. I'm trying to think of like most embarrassing movie that you actually enjoy. I don't know, there's a lot. Like I know a lot of people hated on Clerks 2. Did you ever see Clerks 2? I know you're not like a big fan.
I like Clerks. I like Mallrats. I never bothered to watch Clerks 2 though. People tell me I should.
It's good. It's good. It's Kevin Smith writing good. Writing well, you know. It's you know, if you look at Clerks and if you look at like Chasing Amy, if you look at Dogma, if you look at like good Kevin Smith movies, they're all kind of an analogy for where Kevin Smith is at that time. Like it's just a personal story with a fun backdrop, right? Clerks 2 is exactly that, and it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun because of that. And Rosario Dawson's great. Who's in it, by the way? I mean, she's great in general, but Rosario Dawson is just great in general. But I don't know. I know that gets a lot of general like apathy or hate online. So I don't know. Clerks 2, I enjoy it.
Okay.
I don't know if I have anything.
I
don't know what's.
I have nothing I can add to that.
I don't know
having
what's
not seen the
considered
movie.
embarrassing. That's my question. Like, what is considered embarrassing?
The Conan remake.
I mean, first of all, I love Conan.
As dumb as it is, I enjoy it as just a dumb Conan movie.
Sure.
Where he kills things with his sword, and he's kind of an ass. Yeah. I like that he's kind of an ass.
He has to be. That's Conan.
Yes.
I love the original Conan movies a ton. Is that embarrassing? Because
no, those are quality movies.
Awesome.
I don't think that's embarrassing. I think those are just quality movies.
Okay, great. Good. We can still be friends then.
But everyone else hates the new Conan.
Oh, yeah?
Apparently, except for me.
Oh, well, like,
So
that's a fine example then. I'm going to take...
It's the opening where they pull out the rubber baby, and that's Conan's birth. It's ridiculous.
There's a rubber baby?
There's a rubber baby.
Oh. I need to take a bathroom break. Do you want to keep chatting, or do you want to mute?
You can mute it, because you know I do on my own.
I know, that's why I want to listen. Okay. Oh, actually, but before we take a bathroom break, we have some subscribers to thank. We have The Jung and the Restless. I like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ex Mensa, The Dude in 1944, Do Hickey 2, and Sir Hilary Manfat. Thank you all for subscribing. We very much appreciate it.
We really do.
Okay. Where's my mouse? There it is.
I just leave it on. Fuck it.
You just want
Just
that?
leave it on.
Okay, we're just gonna talk to you. I'm gonna take a little bathroom break.
See, you're asking me how I feel about G.I. Joe.
Oh, that's a movie I really like. That's an embarrassing. I'll be back.
You like that movie?
I do like that movie.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
We'll talk about it when I come back.
Jack's an idiot. If he likes the G.I. Joe movie, that movie is awful. Oh god, I didn't know if you were asking me about the movie or the franchise in general. I absolutely fucking love G.I. Joe, but I hate the cartoon. I hate the cartoon, and I hate Duke. I really fucking hate Duke. I wish they went with their original plans and killed Duke off in the cartoon. What I do like about G.I. Joe are the original fucking Larry Hama comic books. I fucking love those, and Snake Eyes and all that shit. All that shit's all great, but that movie, I can't believe anybody could like that movie. It's awful. Let's see what's going on here in the chat. Knowing is half the battle. Yep. Knowing is half the battle. Channing Tatum is embarrassingly terrible in G.I. Joe. Yes, but not as bad as what's his face? Gordon Love Hewitt. Oh god, who the fuck thought he would be a good Cobra Commander? Oh, I hate that movie so much. Yes, Snake Eyes was awesome in the comic books. I've got a ton of old Snake Eyes action figures. Snake Eyes might be one of my favorite fictional characters, period. He would kick Boba Fett's ass. Okay, I'm gonna say, Snake Eyes. This is gonna blow your fucking minds, and you're gonna hate me for it. Snake Eyes could take Batman because Snake Eyes not afraid to use lethal force. He'll go that extra mile. Snake Eyes would beat Batman in a fight. I'm gonna say it. There, I said it. It's out there. Unless Batman rams him with the fucking Batmobile, because Arkham Knight's gonna have a fucking tank. Or it needs a tank. What are we gonna do with the sequel? I don't know. Have a tank. Let's remake combat. Yeah, we could remake combat, but that won't sell. They like the Arkham games, so why don't we just put a tank in Arkham Knight? Rich, what is your favorite Snake Eyes quote? ... I've played XCOM many times. I've played a lot of XCOM, but this one time, I named all of my troops after G.I. Joe characters. I did, like Scarlet and Shipwreck and Roadblock, and because in XCOM, the new XCOM, you can do the real name and the nickname. And I actually looked up like the file card. Some of them I remembered, but the ones I didn't remember, I would look up their name, and the real name was the actual real name they have on their file card, and then the nickname was, of course, their code name. For Snake Eyes, I just did, for his real name, I just did classified with an asterisk before and after it. I got the characters to look as close as I could to their comic book selves and the XCOM character creator. I did my best. Rich, how many classic Iron Mans have you actually completed? Now here's the thing with XCOM. The end of XCOM, it gets kind of dull. That's the one flaw XCOM has is the endgame. You're far too overpowered compared to the enemy, and there's been a lot of Iron Man runs I just haven't bothered to finish just because it's not worth it to get to that last level, because the last bit in the last level on XCOM it sucks. So there's been a lot of XCOM games where I kind of get past. Well, I guess this is a spoiler for Enemy Within, but I get past that one great mid-game mission that happens after the alien base, and I kind of start to lose interest after that.
Is it that the last mission is disappointing or just too hard? Or?
No, it's disappointing. It's not hard at all. It's the baby you could beat the last level.
Oh.
And you're overpowered near the end to begin with.
Oh, sure. Oh, that's upsetting.
Yeah, it is.
Alright. That's upsetting.
So you love the G.I. Joe movie?
Love is a strong word. I enjoyed the G.I. Joe. I haven't seen the sequel yet, the one with Bruce Willis, but the first one with Chatham Tanning and Marlon Wayans or Damon Marlon.
Who gives a shit?
One of them. I thought it was an appropriate amount of schlock. It's dumb, but it's tight. They never faff about. It's all robots or ninja moves, and I thought it was nice. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you your opinion is wrong.
I'm not saying.
I hate the way they handle all of the characters. I hate Marlon Wayans. I've always hated Duke. So any incarnation of Duke, Tatum Channing or not,
Yeah.
or Channing Tatum, which is it? I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck what way his name goes.
Yeah.
I hate any incarnation of Duke.
Sure. That's fine.
I hate Gordon Love Hewitt as Cobra Commander. That is just the worst fucking idea I've ever heard.
Spoiler.
I hate brainwashed Baroness. I hate the over sci-fi-ness of it. It's a military thing. Do some more real-worldish military.
Yeah.
Don't do cyber military from the year 2571.
I
hate the robot suits.
Yeah,
Basically, I hate everything about that game.
Sure. Game.
Movie. I don't
There
give
we
a
go.
shit, because who gives a fuck? If it's a movie or a game, I don't even care.
And I felt like by the way,
I hate the Cobra henchmen that are just kind of what were they? Were they robots or were they drones?
oh, I forget.
Do you know comic book
everything about
Cobra Mander?
Uh-huh.
He is a bitter former used car salesman
Is that it?
who started up a terrorist group in the Midwest. But they're not brainwashed. He just managed through his charismatic personality
Sure.
to start up this huge terrorist group. The comic books have Springfield, the town that's a secret Cobra front, and I love this comic book so much.
Oh, and maybe
I
that's the
love it
thing.
so much.
I never read any of the comic books.
And the movie is just stupid.
It is.
It takes this great source material and it uses it poorly.
The movie is stupid, but not knowing the source material, I was like, fine.
But the villain is just
Entirely.
he is a bitter used car salesman. That's great.
But if someone doesn't know that, I can't be disappointed. Do you want to give this a try?
No,
then I'm going to play some more.
I know nothing about the game because
Okay.
I haven't really been paying attention.
Well, then you keep chatting.
and I would just do it poorly. So
You know what? That's okay, Rich. Oh, I see. That's okay. You keep chatting then. You keep chitter-chattering away.
favorite animated Spider-Man. Spectacular, hands down. Hands fucking down. Watch the Sinister Six battle
Yeah.
from Spectacular Spider-Man. You will be sold.
I mean, whatever the 90s Spider-Man was is the one, I grew up on. So that has nostalgic value for me.
Mm-hmm.
But Ultimate Spider-Man is really fun.
Okay.
Ultimate Spider-Man is really fun.
That's the one where he does goofy asides to the camera and animate things like appear around his head.
It's
Yeah.
a little more stylistic, but like we get Spider-Man from the get-go, and we get some more Shield stuff. We get some Power Man, some Nova. We get a lot of fun stuff with Ultimate Spider-Man. But the original 90s cartoon, not the original cartoon, the one from the 90s, because I think Spectacular was later.
I hated the 90s one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. I liked it. Nope, let's go. Okay.
Have you seen Spectacular Spider? As a Spider-Man fan, Jack.
Have I seen wait, that's not the one where he goes to like the different planet, right?
No.
Where's the one who goes to a different planet? What was that called?
This is like Spider-Man's answer to Batman the Animated Series is what Spectacular is.
Why haven't I seen this? I'm sure.
Not as good as Batman the Animated Series, but I mean,
Right.
it's like in animated terms, it's like the definitive Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Spectacular, as a Spider-Man fan, you owe it to yourself to at least check it out.
Is it on Netflix?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I have the DVD at home.
Oh, okay. Okay. Also, like, here's the thing about their references. They're getting a little much.
Oh. Yeah, we get him.
The references are getting a little much.
Yeah.
You have to look for a flux capacitor. Sonic screws. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Yeah, sure.
It's fine. We're all fine.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah.
It's a boring conversation anyway.
Right. I don't know. I'll look into Spectacular Spider-Man. I will. I like Ultimate Spider-Man. I like what it does. I like keep it new, keep it fresh.
Richard Jack, do you plan to play The Witcher 3? I tried The Witcher 1, and I could not get into it. I thought the combat was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't plan on it, but that doesn't mean it won't happen. It
I know.
could happen.
I know 2 gets a lot of love, and maybe I should just try and power through it, but I heard a lot about the games. I bought 1, and God, could not get into it at all. Hated it.
Let's see here. Pulse laser. Rail gun. Let's look at that rail gun. Yeah. Yeah.
So I haven't been paying attention. Is like everything a reference? I didn't notice the flux capacitor.
Not everything is it. Like
Oh, Sonic screws.
Sonic
yeah,
screws.
I get it.
Not everything is referenced. So far, there have only been 3, basically.
Self-sealing stem bolts. What's that from? That's from something.
Self-sealing. I don't know. What
That's
it
from
is.
something.
It might be.
Chat, what is self-sealing stem bolts from? That sounds familiar. Somebody in some science fiction series or movie wanted to sell like a bunch of those, I
Sure.
think. Either to the protagonist or the protagonist were looking to unload them for some reason, but there's something so familiar about that.
Well, you know what? Let's go see if it's...
Everyone's saying Deep Space Nine.
Oh, could be. Damn. Could be. I mean, like I said, I didn't watch much of it.
Quark got a shipment and couldn't get rid of him. That sounds familiar. Yep.
Well,
I was right about the selling part.
so everything is a reference.
Yep.
Sometimes it gets a little much. Just saying. Just saying, Convoy.
Chad, I've thought about playing Elite Dangerous. I don't have any kind of flight stick right now, though.
Mm-hmm.
I need to look into that game. Rich, talk about depressing stuff. look, that just needs to happen. I mean, I could rehash the whole heat death of the universe thing.
Sure,
But
sure.
that would just kind of be a rehash at this point. We'd be having the exact same conversation.
Right. And we don't need to have the exact same conversation. You can listen to it
Anytime you want.
anytime you want.
I mean, the sun's gonna blow up in a few billion years. It's gonna turn into a red giant. And it's gonna engulf the Earth.
You don't need to humor us, Rich. If you don't feel like talking about anything depressing, that's fine.
Oh, I always feel like talking about something depressing. I just want to talk about new and different depressing things.
Sure, that makes sense.
I mean, really, the sun turning into a red giant and absorbing the Earth, and melting everything. I mean, that's
That's kind of like the mother lode of all depressing
well,
stuff.
no, heat death is worse.
All right.
I mean, humanity could potentially escape
Sure.
the expansion of the sun into a red giant.
Sure.
You can't do nothing about the heat death of the universe. That shit's just gonna happen, and there's gonna be nowhere to run. You're all just gonna starve to death.
Uh-huh.
If science manages to achieve immortality in our lifetimes, we will still die when the heat death of the universe comes to claim us all. And it will be a slow, horrible death. Where humanity just feeds off of itself because there's nothing left. See, it's kind of forced.
Mm-hmm.
Rich, we could escape to a parallel reality. That's assuming that's possible.
Oh, sure, yeah.
That might not be possible. Then if it's not possible, we just have to tough it out here until everything dies. We've already experienced the Heath death of the universe, which means there'll never be another good Batman sequel.
Slightly inappropriate, but I'll allow it. It's pretty funny.
Rich, why can't we just blow up the moon? Well, in theory you could, but why would you want to? You'd fuck up the tides.
Not only would fuck up the tides, but then moon chunks would rain down on us.
Oh yeah, that'd be terrible.
That would be terrible. And why would you want to? What is the moon getting in the way of something?
Somebody doesn't like the moon. Did you ever see Thundarr the Barbarian?
Thundarr?
Thundarr the Barbarian.
No.
That was a comet hit the Earth, and the Earth entered a dark age, and everything was barbaric again.
Oh,
but there were
fun.
ruins of modern cities.
That sounds like an awesome
But
premise.
the comet that almost destroyed the Earth crashed into the moon, and in that show, the moon is shattered in pieces in the
that
sky.
sounds great.
Yeah.
I like it. I officially like it. What is this? Was it the radar rampage? Let's do that.
What do we think about the upcoming Suicide Squad film? The only thing I know about the movie is one image of Jared Leto as the Joker.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
I saw the cast picture. I know literally nothing about the Suicide Squad in general. But here's what I will say. If it is a movie where the villains are the main characters, I'm down with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only thing interesting in the Batman universe are the villains.
What is the Suicide Squad?
I have literally no idea. I believe it's a group of villains who work together to do something. And I know that Will Smith is in the movie. As something. Oh, I think he's Deathstroke.
Okay. So is it about the villains?
I think I just watch me have literally no idea.
I don't know. Would you go out into space? Oh, fuck no.
You wouldn't?
No.
Ah.
God, no. Relatively speaking, a high percentage of the people who go up into space come down as ash.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. You know, I suppose.
You know how they know what shampoo the Challenger astronauts used? They found their Head and Shoulders on the beach.
Just inappropriate. Not necessarily funny enough to warrant how inappropriate it is.
It's hysterical, Jack. It's hysterical. The chat likes my joke.
Oh, like that surprises me. Watch me be super surprised that the chat likes your inappropriate joke.
I did not write that. That's an old joke.
Oh, yeah. Go back here.
Hey, you wanted depressing. Anybody who's saying that's inappropriate, you all asked for depressing Rich.
Uh-huh.
So I brought up a NASA flight that killed an innocent school teacher. It happens.
It happens. It happened. It happened, Rich. I gotta get to how far away is the nearest camp? 88, that's fine. We can do that. Don't run into anybody, please. Don't. Oh, fuck. God damn it. We can deal with this. You just stay back there.
How do you feel about the people that volunteer for the one-way Mars thing?
Well, apparently it's a big scam.
Yeah.
The one-way Mars thing in general, like it's just not going to happen. And
Well, are the people who volunteer a scam?
no.
Because that's the interesting part. The interesting part, if the mission, the attempt is a scam,
Yeah.
whatever. But the fact that people would volunteer for it, that's the interesting part.
Yeah. No, and I mean, I think there are so many people who want space travel to happen so bad they're willing to risk their own lives, and I mean, I'm fine with that. I think it's all interesting. I think it's all very interesting. Let it happen. I think all that demonstrates is how badly people want to get out into space. So that's great. Make it happen. Why isn't it happening already? A little bit closer.
Rich, did you see the Batman versus Superman trailer? Yes, I did. I don't really have any comments on it. I didn't like the Man of Steel, so I'm just not hyped.
Yeah.
Any Superman versus Batman fight should just end with one punch.
Right? One punch or a hunk of kryptonite. That's it. That's all it takes.
And I know Batman is wearing an armored suit. And we've talked about this on the chat before. Here's even with Batman wearing an Iron Man suit. Here's how the fight ends. All right. Superman punches Batman's helmet. Batman's brain goes flying to the front of his skull, squished into the size of a sugar cube. And then as he flies back, then his brain gets smushed to the back of his skull once he hits the wall behind him, and Batman is dead.
Yes.
That's how that fight ends.
Yes. There is no world in which Superman cannot beat Batman, unless Batman has a little green rock, and we don't think that Kryptonite exists in Man of Steel universe. So Superman wins all the time. Superman is the ruler of Earth now. That's it. That's it. That's the whole thing. The fuck is this camp? There it is. There it is. Get to that camp. I lost my man, Rich. I lost my fucking man.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Here we go. I got a new man. You're my man now.
They're definitely going to introduce Kryptonite. And that's just kind of a lame MacGuffin for Batman to have a chance, isn't it? I mean, really? If all he can do is, yeah, I got this rock.
Yeah.
I mean, is that interesting?
I don't think so.
The problem with the Man of Steel was they introduced him like destroying cities and not really caring. You need more than Lex Luthor wanting to steal the diamond to be a challenge to this version of Superman.
I think you're right.
It's like you got to go right to like Doomsday or some shit. That's what you got.
Ugh, Doomsday.
I mean, they could do Brainiac, but wouldn't that be too much of a rehash of Zod?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just another thing
From
Krypton
Krypton that wants
made
to
it.
rebirth Krypton. Yeah.
We made the Krypton. They're gonna punch each other now. As long as that's all people care about. Like, are they gonna punch each other? Is that what's gonna happen now?
I mean, I might see Batman versus Superman when it comes out just for the novelty, but
Sure.
I would not say I'm hyped.
Agreed.
I'm more hyped about the Force Awakens, and for reference, I was more excited for Guardians of the Galaxy than I currently am for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Because Guardians of the Galaxy looked really fun.
Yeah. All right. That's interesting. That's really interesting.
So that's the how much Rich Evans cares reference chart.
Guardians on top.
Guardians on top.
Force Awakens.
Batman versus Force Awakens, and then Batman versus Superman.
Yeah. I'm more interested. I'm not going to use the word excited. I am more interested in seeing what Ant-Man has to offer than
It's gonna feel like a lot of the other Marvel movies.
Star Wars Force Awakens.
Okay.
Because it's going to feel like a lot of the other Marvel movies, but it's different. It's a bigger gamble than Force Awakens. Force Awakens, like, we know what J.J. Abrams does. We know what Star Wars does, right?
Yeah.
But Ant-Man feels like a bigger gamble.
Clay-Doh 1 says, Rich, how about Jurassic World? Doesn't even rank.
Yeah.
Here's the Jurassic Park thing, right? I love the first one because, dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And plus, as a nerd, I love the fact that Jurassic Park was playing around with, like, cutting edge modern dinosaur theories that were just kind of new and very fresh, and yet it was somewhat scientifically accurate. That movie, it was the first time you saw warm-blooded dinosaurs. They were slow and lumbering before then. As both an exciting movie and as a nerd who likes science, I love Jurassic Park. Then the next two movies were bad, and the third movie's got like genetically engineered dinosaur that's not like a real. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit at all about Jurassic World. Opinions on dinosaurs with feather. Oh god, there's this book, and I'm gonna have to dig up the name of the book that has like illustrations of what dinosaurs with feathers theoretically may have looked like. It will change your mind on dinosaurs with feathers if you think they are lame.
If you think they are lame.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if anyone thinks they're lame.
I think people think feathered dinosaurs are lame. People
Yeah.
like angry monster dinosaurs.
Well, you know, like Godzilla dinosaurs are fun. Godzilla dinosaurs are fun. There's nothing that can be done about that.
I would be more interested in Jurassic World if they ditched that genetically engineered dinosaur shit and they just did a Jurassic Park movie with the modern theories that have the feathered dinosaurs and whatnot.
Sure.
I would be far more interested in that than the genetically engineered Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Sure.
That's lame.
Then the fake mutant.
Yeah. Book's got a weird ass name. I can't remember what it is. But it's like most dinosaur art has them as like monsters attacking each other.
Yeah.
This is like feathered dinosaurs doing like normal animal things, like sleeping, taking a nap, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex taking a nap.
Yeah.
With feathers. And it looks so fascinating.
Yeah. Back up.
And how would another Jurassic Park movie be interesting? I'm saying another movie that emphasized the science would be interesting.
Okay.
Because dinosaur theories and whatnot, they've come a long way since Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Because you got the feathers and whatnot, and that would be interesting to me just for the science aspect. I'm not the one salivating for any kind of new Jurassic Park movie. I mean, really, the first one's enough. I'm saying the only way I would be interested is if they took the science seriously.
Sure. Ooh, thanks. I will take a shield. I will take the shield. Come, Rich.
Yeah, hold on. I'm making a call. I don't know if anything's going to come of this, but I'm making a call.
Rich is making a call.
Yeah.
Who are you calling?
I'm calling the fiancée.
Oh my god.
She knows the name of that book.
You also have the internet in front of you.
Hello, Karen. Woo Bear, what's up?
I mean, Rich is talking to Karen.
Oh, sorry, I'm here with Jack. We're in the middle of a stream right now.
Rich is talking to Karen right now. This is live.
I love you.
This is happening.
I have a question for you, because the people in the chat would like to know a bit of information that you have. Yeah, we're... Hold on, let me try and put you on a speakerphone. Hold on. How do I do that? What button do I... Here we go.
I don't know your phone.
Karen, can you hear me? Well, no, that didn't work. That didn't work. I have no idea how to do the speakerphone. Wait, okay, talk.
Oh.
Oh, I can kind of hear you. I don't know if anybody else will. Do you remember?
Jack louder.
That actually might work.
Hi, Karen.
Okay.
Jack says hello.
Hi, Jack.
Do you remember that name of that book that had like the pictures of the dinosaurs with the feathers doing normal animal things and not eating each other?
I have the book. Let me just, if you give me like 10 seconds here to open up my tablet and get my Kindle account going,
Sure.
I'll tell you.
Sure. The chat wants to know. I told them you.
It's an awesome book. It really is. Fuzzy dinosaurs and crazy feathers and things.
Yeah, we want to know.
Dinosaurs that they actually had some body fat and didn't look like, weird monsters. Oh, let's see here.
They didn't look like weird monsters.
I think somebody in the chat found it, but We're gonna.
Oh, okay. What
We're,
did they
we're,
say the title was?
all yesterday. All yesterdays is part of the title, right? Is there more to it than that?
All right. Are these by recent? No, it's on device. Sorry, I'm not trying to keep anybody waiting. It's just
Oh, relax. It's fine. It's
yeah,
fine.
out of the blue here.
You know I love you.
I love you too.
You're just not being very helpful.
Oh, damn.
That's being very helpful. This sucks. Yeah, it is like all yesterdays or something. I don't know. I mean, I have it, but I'm like having no luck finding it. Just what are they organized by? Are they by recent? No, they gotta be by recent. Is it? The problem is that I've got like so many Kindle samples, half of which I will never bother reading the sample of. Stuck on here. Those actual books. Did I?
I'm pretty sure it was all yesterday's.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's called
We're just-
All Yesterdays.
We're just gonna stick with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is called All Yesterdays. All Yesterdays, unique and speculative views of dinosaurs and other prehistoric animals. By Darren Naish, or Naish, Naish, and C.M. Kozman and John Convoy.
Okay. Karen, do you wanna
Yeah.
say goodbye to everybody?
Goodbye to everybody. Sorry I wasn't more useful.
I'm gonna walk out the door here and I'm gonna say goodbye to you properly. All right? Hold on.
I think Rich is gonna get mushy. Wait it out. Be safe. Great. Rich is gonna be mushy. I think he's saying, "Love you." What? Did I just do it? I think I just did it. Oh, great. Sonic screws. So I can do, while Rich talks to Karen, I can do a little game talk. I've been really enjoying this. The combat's fun. I'm starting to understand the map and the objectives. It's a little troublesome that so far both of my main objectives involve going to point A and then they tell me I have to go to point B only to go back to point A. So I can only imagine that gets monotonous. But overall, enjoying it. Enjoying my foray into Convoy. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I don't really understand what I'm doing yet. I'm about to run out of fuel though. And I just realized I'm about to run out of fuel and I think that's a bad thing.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, Rich is back. I'm about to run out of fuel.
Jack, do you think this is worth the price on Steam?
15?
Yeah.
I haven't decided yet. I've just something I've just talking about is the one thing I'm a little peeved at, and of course, obviously I've only been playing what, 2 hours.
Yeah.
So it's hard to make a definitive thing. The thing I'm upset with, as far as my main objectives are concerned, so far both the times I've reached my main objective, it's involved going to point A to main objective.
Mm-hmm.
Objective tells me I need to go to point B, and then go back to point A.
Okay.
Don't much care for that. That's a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
And this map isn't terribly interesting.
Is there randomness, or is it the same thing all the time?
There's randomness.
Okay.
Every time you go to a different hexagon, it's a dice roll. But I'm doing very well this run. I'm about to run out of fuel. So I really need... oh, and I don't have any money either. Oh, I have stuff to sell. Where's the nearest camp? No, that's too far away. Well, fuck it. I guess I gotta go back until I run out of fuel.
Rich and Jack, I have to help write a radio adaptation for Night of the Living Dead for my college class. Any tips? Yeah, don't suck.
A radio adapt?
Radio adaptation of Night of the Living Dead. Find some good moaners. And have that going on in the background the whole time. Actually, you should get progressively louder as the thing goes on. Like
sure.
first there's only like one or two at the door.
And
every now and then like the banging, the clump, clump, and then just more and more slowly as the radio program progresses.
And like in the beginning, make it almost inaudible. Like just...
Yes.
Almost as if like it's the wind outside. Also, don't suck. And I'm out of fuel. Okay. I get to battle some enemies for fuel, which is nice because I've upgraded my guys. I've got shields now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've got...
That's not very Mad Maxy.
What?
Shields?
Oh,
I don't know about that.
It's FTL Mad Maxi.
Okay.
Yes, Captain?
FTL Mad Maxi, Rich. And we're gonna be fine with that. We are gonna be fine with that. Oh my Jesus H Christ.
What's the H stand for?
Hella. I don't know.
I thought it was holy.
Oh, that actually makes far more sense than what I was saying. Oh shit, he knocked my shield down. It's fine. That's fine.
Rich, have you ever been in a play or a musical? I starred in Cats.
Did you?
I sung Memories. Memories!
Oh god.
Of the way we used to be. It was great.
Sounds great.
Lasted one night.
Yeah?
So good they didn't need me more.
You nailed it.
Yeah, just nailed it.
Just nailed it. First time out. That's great. That's great, Rich. Congratulations, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Rich, what is your favorite beheading? I don't remember any of the names, but there was some science-minded man who was about to be put to death in the guillotine. And after they cut his head off, he had his friend pick up the head so he could observe how many times the beheaded man could still blink before his brain died. So it's like they cut his head off, and then the still conscious head blinked as many times as it could.
Sure.
That is my favorite beheading, because you may as well get some use out of it.
So you just tried to blink as many times
Yeah,
as you could.
see how long the head would live after being severed.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That's really funny. Isn't there a story? I don't know if this is a real story, an urban legend of like a woodworker who wanted to commit suicide, and so just instead of committing suicide, he built an incredibly beautiful and ornate guillotine.
Really?
Like hand carved his own guillotine and behead himself. Might be urban legend, but I remember hearing that story and thinking like, man, that's a weirdo.
When I worked at the grocery store, I worked in the meat department.
Mm-hmm.
The butchers always like to tell a story about something that happened at one of the other stores in the same company.
Yeah.
But one of the meat cutters had retired.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, not very happy with his retirement. So one day he came back in to his old job just to say hi to everybody, but everybody was like on break. There was like nobody in the back. So he walked into the back, turned on the meat saw, ran his head through it.
Why?
Because he was depressed and suicidal.
Oh. Well, there you go.
They had to get rid of that equipment.
Well, I would.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
That would have been my favorite beheading, but I think I heard that the head didn't quite come all the way off.
Well, you know what?
So it doesn't count.
Yeah. Meat saws aren't good like that. Let's see here. I'm gonna go look for those sonic screws again.
It's a great way to come back from break, though.
Oh, I ain't cleaning up this shit.
I'm going home early.
Yep.
Is that a true story? The way it was presented to me was as a true story.
Sure.
They're saying he wasn't very considerate of others. Not very considerate of others is the jackass, the pilot in the plane, who decided to take 150 other people with him. Mm-hmm. And the big shame there is that I don't think he's been called a mass murderer in the press.
I think we were talking about this the other day. That is an incredibly accurate way to describe him.
He's got a higher body count than most serial killers.
Yes.
I mean, at that point, it's more than just a suicide. You need to be remembered as a fucking mass murderer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Thank you for your fuel.
If you were going to kill yourself, how would you do it? I don't think I would. I'm not at all suicidal.
Mm-hmm. What? You bastards.
Rich, would you forgive Karen if she loved the prequels? Yes, I would. However, she is completely ambivalent towards anything Star Wars. She just does not give a shit.
Yeah, 100%. Like even about the original trilogy.
She never talks about Star Wars. It's not a thing in her world. It's that movie she saw and kind of liked when she was younger.
Oh, sure,
know?
sure. It's just not a big part of her life.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair. It's not for everyone.
Rich, what if suicide was the only way to escape the eventual heat death of the universe? Well, at that point, you may as well wait it out.
Yeah. Yeah, you made it that far. Yeah. Why would you do anything else?
Karen said Greedo shot first is the wedding off. No, because I don't really care that much about Star Wars either. Star Wars is two great movies and one good one. That's Jedi is mostly redeemed by like the throne room stuff.
Yeah.
The ground battle of Endor is just the worst.
You know, it's.
But then you get the space stuff, which is
Yeah.
great, and then you get the throne room stuff, that's great. So Jedi is redeemed. So two great movies, one good one, and a load of crap. Just a load of crap. TIE Fighter's a good video game, and I like Jedi Knight games. Everything else that has had the Star Wars universe with, I've kind of hated it. It's like my experience with Star Wars was when I was a kid. We had a VHS copy of the first movie.
Yeah.
And I fucking loved it, right?
Oh, sure.
And then I saw Jedi, because when at that age, like, Empire was not easy to find on video back then.
Oh, yeah?
So I actually saw Jedi before Empire. I kind of knew Empire because I had, like, the comic books.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of knew. I couldn't really... I don't know if I was that big a reader at the time, but I liked the pictures.
Yeah.
And, so then I saw Jedi, and I loved Jedi because I was a kid, and I loved the space battles. Mostly I loved the space battles. Then, a few years later, I saw Empire, and I was like, oh my god! This is fucking awesome!
Yeah.
So, you know, when I was younger, I thought Star Wars was the shit.
Of course.
And then, you know, the earlier video games were good. Because TIE Fighter, I think, was the first Star Wars video game I played. TIE Fighter, awesome. And the Jedi Knight games. Oh, those are great. Oh, I'm going to try reading some of these novels. Oh. Okay. There's a lot of Jedi crap in here. I don't much care for the Jedis. Because, you know, I like science fiction. I don't care much for the mystical aspects of Star Wars. I mostly like the seedy underworld Jabba stuff, the space battles. I don't care much for the wizards and the knights. And there's a lot of Jedis in this book. Oh, I'm going to try this other book. Okay, I'll try this other book. Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of bad. That's kind of bad. Well, okay, I'll try another book. Oh, that's bad too. Wow, this is pretty bad. Wow. Let me try this new Star Wars game. Well, that's terrible. This Star Wars game's terrible. This other novel's terrible too. Oh God, what about the comic books? Oh, these are bad. Oh, shit. And so I stopped caring about Star Wars.
Sure. That's perfectly reasonable.
When the Phantom Menace was about to come out, I was like the only one who was saying, you know, the Jedis kind of suck. How are they going to make a whole series of movies about the Jedis interesting when they're boring fucks? And I was 100% right. In addition to every other problem those movies had, the Jedis were boring fucks.
Yep.
So I think I can safely say, as a universe, I don't really care for Star Wars that much. Few good movies, couple good games, a lot of shit.
Yeah, and like we've talked about that before, where it's just like in general we all like the movies, like the three movies.
Yeah. But
you know, we're not expanded universe folk as far as Star Wars is concerned. It's not.
I'm totally a Trekkie.
All encompassing, right?
I'm not like a super nerdy Trekkie who's gonna like wear the uniform and call myself Commander. But I love Star Trek a lot more than I like Star Wars.
So you're not going to call yourself Commander?
I'm not going to call myself Commander.
Fine,
and I'm not going to walk around with the uniform. I have not learned Klingon, and I have no interest in doing so. But I'm going to be more interested in like news of upcoming Star Trek things than I will of upcoming Star Wars things.
Sure.
Like if they announced a new Star Trek series, I'd be more interested for that than I am The Force Awakens. Easily.
All right. I think that's fair. I think that is fair.
Bullshit talk about the courtship of Princess Leia right now. That was the book that made me give up entirely.
Oh, yeah.
I found a book, well, there's going to be no Jedi crap in here. It's all going to be stuff with Han Solo and Leia, and that's going to be some fun. That's going to be just like Empire. And then they crash landed on a planet of Jedi witches. And that was the moment when I said, fuck this! And that is precisely where I gave up on Star Wars. It was halfway through that book.
Oh, that's really funny. Jedi witches. Yeah, nice. Okay. We got some shit. We got some shit, Rich. I am on it, though. Nope. You stay back there. Oh, you're gonna crash. That's great. Yeah. I'm kind of into this battle system.
Yep. Oh, good.
I'm totally into the battle system. I don't know if I like just about anything else in the world, but I love fighting. I am super into fighting. Okay, here we go.
Rich, how do you feel about the Next Generation Star Trek movies as a fan of the TNG show? I think the Next Gen movies are abominations. Next Gen was all about ethics and politics and discovery, and the movies are all about Captain Picard being Action Man and blowing up the villain of the week.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Captain?
People love First Contact. I see it as the the near death of Star Trek.
People love First Contact?
Yeah, everyone loves First Contact.
That is shocking to me. Out of the way, you dingus. Nice. Fucking nice. Of course. Oh, damn it! You fuck.
Marsupial, or not Marsupial, wait, who said that? Bedwetter Media says, Rich, how does it feel to have every objectively wrong opinion possible? I don't know, why don't you tell me?
About what, First Contact?
No, how does it feel to have every objectively wrong opinion possible? About everything.
Oh.
Because I don't suck Star Wars as cock, because, I don't know, because lightsaber?
Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah.
Star Wars?
Everything. Everything.
Just everything in general? I mean, it's got to be tough for you to deal with that burden. He does fine. Onwards!
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm just really enjoying the game.
And yes, Odd Mike, I have applied those thief mods. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Would you say it's great?
I would say it's great.
That's great.
Rich, do you help Mike with any of these Star Wars reviews? Well, technically, when he made the actual reviews, I was there. I rewatched the movies with him, and then I took notes, and then we discussed plot points and whether or not things made sense. I didn't have anything to do with writing the scripts, though. To be fair, a lot of the shit in those reviews is shit we talked about and argued about, from the time the movies came out. So, I think when Phantom Menace came out, the first thing I said was, "Who the hell was the protagonist?"
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's some of me in there, but I mean, it's all mixed into just shit I'd talked to Mike about for years.
Oh, sure. 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 Oh. Let them come. Let them come.
Which mods for Thief? There's some visual mods to make it look better. Big mod for Thief 3 to take out the loading zones, which I really appreciate.
Yes, Captain? Roger. Ready and waiting.
Starting to even get into the music.
Why didn't Mike continue as the Plinkett character when you started half in the bag? Because before Plinkett was famous, I was Plinkett in our videos and whatnot.
And Mike is also on camera in Half in the Bag, so it would be hard for him to
That's true too, yes.
be Plinkett and Mike in scenes that involve Plinkett talking to Mike. It made literally nothing but sense.
Rich, talk about the Mad Max movies. They're good. I don't know what you want me to say about them. The Road Warrior was a classic. Loved that as a kid.
Uh-huh.
Didn't like Mad Max, the first one, as much, but it's probably because I started off with the Road Warrior.
Sure.
And just the world and the stunt stuff in that movie is just so fucking good.
Yes.
And I think I like the third one more than most people. Beyond Thunderdome.
Yeah, well, you probably do then, yes. because I don't think most people like it at all.
Yeah.
Yes, Captain?
Why did Mike call his character Plinkett for the Star Trek reviews? Because he was using the voice that I did for the character called Plinkett in our stupid videos that we made.
Where do you guys talk about that? How?
I think it's in the behind the scenes stuff from Gorilla Interrupted. I think we talk about.
Is it Gorilla Interrupted or is that?
Oh, it could be in the archive.
The RLM archive collection.
I have to look that up. It's probably in the archive.
There is a behind the Plinkett whole story thing on. I want to say it's the archive.
I think it's the archive. Yeah.
On the RLM archive DVD, and they tell the whole story of Mr. Plinkus.
Well, we always call it Plinkett.
Right.
We misheard it.
Right. Which is part of that was a little teaser. That's part of the story. I'm going to lose my convoy. God damn it! I'm going to lose my convoy. Nope. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Oh, you made it. Great. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Alright. Gotta get to nearest camp.
So what's the blue and the red?
There are different factions in the world. So if you look down here, red is raiders, blue is Torvok, green is privateers, and so like the different factions are fighting over territory constantly, which is neat. But like if you make friendly with a certain faction, then you can maybe cross land easier. I don't know the full extent to everything.
Are any of them friendly factions? Does that happen?
I think it's a lot like in the FTL sense. Sometimes you talk and the rock people are good. Sometimes they're bad. All repairs, all the times. Great. And fuel. Repairs and fuel. La la la. Sell you? What do you get? 20? Great. Buy more fuel. La la la. Do.
Rich, can you give your best Morrissey impression? Honestly, I can't.
Morrissy?
I have no idea.
Alright, yeah.
So honestly, I cannot do that.
This charming man. That's my best Morrissey impression.
Oh, okay. That's the best one I've ever heard.
Great. That's great. I really just the Morrissey or not Morrissey, a band he was in had a song called "This Charming Man," and it was a situation where I heard a cover of that song first and really enjoyed the cover, and then I heard their version, which is this classic that people really like, and it's like, oh, I think this is really boring and dull. The cover I really enjoyed by Braid.
I'm a musical idiot.
Yeah.
So
Me too. Me too. Let's go purge the plague. Whatever
that sounds great.
That's what I'm gonna do. What time we got? 11. What time we got? Also, we can end it anytime.
Whenever you want.
As soon as I die next, which will probably be soon.
I think we've talked about everything tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, Roger. Yes, Captain?
You know what? Probably. But I'm gonna be okay with that.
Can we please hear some info on Space Cop? I'm working on the last miniature.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
That's a big thing that's got to be done.
Uh
There's your news.
huh. And there's your news.
The rest of the movie being edited.
Yep. That's true.
Do you guys play Minecraft? No.
No. I played it a little bit. It was like free for a weekend or something. Or I played it a little bit. It's like, yeah, it seems like a fine game, I guess. Obviously, it's the most popular thing since crack, so...
It's a question I kind of like. Rich, would you kill one fly to save 2 flies? Now you're giving me a moral dilemma.
These are the important questions, Rich.
I might just go by nature's rules there and just let first not first contact rules, prime directive rules.
Sure.
Non-interference at that point.
That's really funny. Quite funny, Rich.
Yes, Mopo, I know I'm fat. Thank you for bringing that up. You brightened my night in a way that nobody else could have.
What? What did he say?
They're asking if my gaining weight has affected the filming of Space Cop.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You dickheads.
Some of them are.
Dickheads?
Yes, some of them are.
Yeah. I've noticed that about them.
Yes.
I've noticed that about them.
After being harassed because I just simply wasn't interested in The Last of Us. Just not being interested was like a mortal sin.
It is.
I wanted to give up that last stream. I'm like, fuck this. I was thinking in my head, I'm just like, fuck this.
Uh-huh.
Why am I bothering?
There is just no winning. Ooh, cannon. Great.
You're not fat, Rich. You're just a bit chubby. No, I'm fat, but you don't need to throw. And it wasn't you, but you don't need to throw that in my face. I know.
Right.
I'm well aware.
But that's okay, because, that's...
I have mirrors.
That's the first part, Rich. The first part is acceptance. That's the first part. I went along to when I was a bigger guy, before I lost all the weight, before I became AIDS Moby, and I was just Moby. That was a big part of my lifestyle change, was just like calling myself a chubby guy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one instance in particular. I was on a shoot, and I was talking with some people, and I was calling myself a chubby guy. And there was a guy who was a lot bigger than me, and he was like, "Listen, can you stop calling yourself a chubby guy? Because I'm a chubby guy." And I was like, "No, we're both big guys.
Yeah.
Like, you're bigger than me, but I'm big." And but that helped me. Like, just calling myself that, like understanding what I was, that I needed to lose weight.
Yeah.
Really, it helped me get on the trolley.
It's just so easy to not eat right.
Isn't it? Oh, God, it so is. It really is.
Cooking is a pain in the ass.
That's really true.
If I could just buy a thing that had all of my proper nutritional needs, I would probably do that.
You need Soylent.
I need to look into what kind of diet I need to get on, and what is the easiest way to partake in that diet. That's the information I need.
There is a product out there called Soylent.
Really?
That's supposed to be all of your daily nutrition in one drinkable thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's all the rage in California.
And I admit, I will need to do what you did, where you have just one day a week when
Yeah.
it doesn't diet's off. You can eat what you want.
Yeah.
And I think I would be okay doing
It's
that.
fantastic.
Soylent.
Soylent.
Okay. Not green.
Not not green.
This is important.
Not-
That's
yeah.
very important. You know what? No, it's not. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's people. Is it going to make me lose weight? Yeah, you can make it out of people. That's fine. Just don't tell me about it.
That's really funny.
Soylent is fucking horrible. Yeah, but the point is to lose weight.
Right. Oh yeah, everyone says that it's like drinking dirt water.
Can I just get a funnel? Can I just put the funnel down my throat?
Yeah.
And then just pour the Soylent
Well,
in,
you
and
just
then I
kinda-
wouldn't have to worry about tasting it.
You just kind of, you can chug it, drink it as you will.
I just shove it right
Yeah.
kind of into my esophagus, the funnel, and then pour the Soylent down. Just whatever the daily need is.
Sure.
Measure that out.
Yep.
In the morning, funnel pour.
Sure. I mean, see what happens. That's what I say. This is it. This is gonna be the death. This is gonna be my death. Too many dudes, and I don't have enough dudes. Oh god, everything is dead.
Yes, Captain? Ready.
Everything's death, Rich.
That's fine.
Yeah, I know.
Death is a part of life.
It's true.
It's the inevitable part of life.
It's the most important part of life. It's what makes the rest of it worth it.
They want to know if I've tried the Butterfield diet. And the Butterfield diet is fucking amazing.
It's beautiful.
Google it if you have no idea what we're talking about. Just Google the Butterfield diet, and you'll be slightly happier.
You will.
Watching it will make you slightly happier.
Fun Butterfield. Boom, boom.
And then when you're done with that, look up Marlon Brando acting class. And your day will be a little bit brighter still.
It's true. It's true. What show is that?
Peter Sifano-Wakanowitz.
Yeah. Look up his stuff. It's good stuff. There's a whole bunch of good stuff on the internet. Oh, okay. You know what? We have 2 new subscribers. Smilin' Strange and Land. Hold on. Lando was taken. Thank you both for subscribing. We very much appreciate it.
You know, I'm gonna say, a lot of people bring it up. This isn't Dead Rising, and I'm assuming those are people tuning in, so it's not a refresh issue. I doubt they've had Twitch open for like half a week.
It could be a Twitch issue.
Yeah.
But, I mean, obviously I've updated it because you see it.
Because at this point in the night, I'm doubting it's a refresh thing. If people are, still don't know what that is and they haven't refreshed yet.
Right.
I'm assuming Twitch is not updating it, right? Because I've got Twitch open right now, and it says Convoy.
Yeah.
Honk Honk Mither Flipper.
Yeah.
That's the title of the stream that I am looking at. So I know it's been changed.
And that's what I titled it, so that would make sense.
So the problem is either on your end if it still says Dead Rising, or it could be just Twitch.
Hold on. I'm just going to search for people playing Convoy, and I just looked it up on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I searched Convoy game, and here it is Convoy Honk Honk Mither Flipper. Oh, actually, but it does say playing Dead Rising.
Really?
On my phone.
So that didn't change, right?
Apparently that didn't change, right? I'm still going to call it a Twitch issue because I did update that. But
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, it does. I'm looking at it right now. It says I didn't look at the fine print. I just assumed with the main title change that everything was right.
You guys have been right. So anyone tuning in because we were playing Dead Rising,
So you got us. We were wrong.
I'm very sorry.
We are wrong.
Change the title now to Convoy before we end the stream.
No, I'm not going to do that.
You don't want to do that?
No, I don't want to do that.
You just want to have it say Dead Rising?
You know what? You know why I don't want to do that?
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because you have a fucking touchpad, and I don't want to deal with the fucking touchpad.
Give it over.
All right.
Touchpads are great. It's been charging. Touchpads are great.
Oh, they're awful.
Beautiful. Convoy. Okay, ready? Done. And now it's a common Twitch issue. Yeah. It worked great. Okay, now I refreshed, and now it says we're playing Convoy.
All right. For 10 seconds.
For 10 seconds, we've been playing Convoy.
Though, I gotta say,
Yeah.
with, since Dead Rising has been brought up,
Yeah.
I kind of want to try a no death run from scratch,
Ooh.
from starting level at some point.
Sure.
I don't know when I'm gonna do it.
The next time, anytime you want, Rich. You can do it anytime you want. Like a true no death run, which means when you die, the stream's over.
Yeah.
Nice. Great. I think that's great. Touchpad shaming. Don't touchpad shame. I like my touchpad.
Look, if you like it, you like it. I don't care what your personal preferences are. I'm just saying, me,
Yeah.
I can't stand them.
Oh, I love it. I miss mine. My touchpad for my big computer died, and I'm waiting for Apple to announce their new touchpad because they have a new touchpad technology for their new laptops.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm waiting for their announcement for their standalone touchpad before I buy another one. And I like them. I have nothing more to add to that. But hey, everybody, thank you. Thank you for all coming out. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to all the old subscribers. And thank you to everyone else who just came out to watch us play Convoy. Which, by the way, I really enjoyed Convoy.
Good.
I don't.
Except when you bitched about it. Except when you.
Well, it's a learning curve. I really enjoyed the battles of Convoy. The question is, because we bought it for your Steam account.
Yeah.
Dude, I like it enough to spend another $15.
Oh yeah.
So I can play it.
I'm sorry.
You know what? If there's a Steam sale for Convoy,
What's the price? What's the magic number?
if I can get it for under 10, I'll be thinking about it. If it gets below 8, sold.
Yeah.
$7.99, $8, sold 100%. Anywhere between 8 and 10, I'm thinking about it hard. 15, I don't know.
So I'm gonna say something now before we end the stream.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people like rate games, they give like the number 5 stars
Right.
or 95% out of 100. We don't do that.
Right.
And we don't like doing that.
Right.
I think what a more telling metric would be,
Uh-huh.
how much would you pay for this game? How much do you feel is a fair price?
Absolutely.
I think that'd be a much better way to rate games. This game, $7. That says more than 8 out of 10 does, or 9 out of 95.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, would you pay $60 for this game?
Yeah.
Yes. That's incredibly telling.
Like Bloodborne, would you pay $60 for it? Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like Bloodborne, I would pay $70 for it.
Right? For the
I'm still playing Bloodborne.
So it's like 15, even like 15, I'm on the fence, but because I have other, like if I didn't have anything else to play, like if I was just like replaying old stuff and stuff, I'd probably pay 15 for it.
Yeah.
But I've already paid 15 for it. This is my problem.
Previously recorded.
Previously recorded paid 15 for it. So now I need to know if I want to buy it for myself.
There's no way I could transfer it over. That's a shame.
Isn't that?
That's a shame.
Isn't it? That's okay.
I'm sorry.
It happens. It happens. We didn't know. We didn't know what kind of game
You
it
can
was.
consider it a business expense. You might want to stream it some other
listen.
some other point.
I'll consider it a business expense. In any case, I'll look into the Steam gifts, Lord Belmont, to see if I didn't click the right button. Apologies. In any case, thanks